Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars Daisy and Tiny Wars replay. So on bottom left side as the purple Mira, we got Inconspicuous. On top right side as the dark gray Will, we got unKranz. Will is of course unchanged from the cartridge counterpart, has standard boarding cost, 2 radius, 30, 60, 60. All units get +10/+10, direct units get +20% offense, and of course for the superpower get +2 movement range. Mira is a custom CO, has 0% boarding cost, so her loading on CO unit is absolutely free. 6 radius, no expansion, 45 max energy, no day-to-day, no CO power, and for the superpower, -1 damage global for 45 energy, so pretty quick charge, particularly with the massive radius, but since she also has 0% boarding cost, it doesn't really matter if she gets loaded into, just have to be careful whichever unit she gets loaded into will lose its turn. So probably the best thing she'd be loaded up into is probably Flare or Recon. Bikes are perfect fine as well. Things can be a little bit issued, like I said, for consuming her own turn. And seeing how skinny this map is, her CO zone is going to cover an entire flank. Infantry bike. Bike. Looks like Calder's ex-wife. Possibly? I can somewhat see it, but not really. Seeing her hair short, she probably is an ex-wife of somebody's. Infantry. Recon infantry. Mira does get loaded up into a bike. This map also does offer both players a temporary airport and center to utilize, so it's a pretty good map for battlecopters. T-copter, mech, and infantry. Early T-cops could be quite nice to capture these flanking or flanks to get those cities on islands. Tank mech. Does not drop with the CO of the unit there. It's generally a good habit if you can dismount your unit, might as well just dismount it so it doesn't get randomly shot down. Because it's always just load up either way next turn. Recon, rig. I'm not sure the rig's going to be useful. Maybe meant for more mech play. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Artillery T-copter commits base skip. A lot of units in range of the CO power. Like I said, it will cover an entire flank. It's actually covering 2 flanks. Tank flare. Recon does not spot the T-copter. Nothing stopped the recon in the center, so Mira's going to have some good times. Drops with infantry in there. Could head up north to capture the other ones. Rick push forward a mech, but it's in vision range of the recon, so maybe that was not a good spot to dismount it. This is open ground right there. Mech ain't here. Don't worry about that. That's probably something on my side to fail to connect the server. It's the mech twice. Tank hits the mech, bike there as well. Will's CO tank is in range of the recon, but would be in range of the mech if it pushes too far forward. Recon interrupts the capture of the radar station. It does fire 3 defense stars. Does park the tank on top of the ruins, which is effectively a plains you can hide in. Tank. Now, some tell me the ruins should have 2 defense stars and 1, because it's supposed to be a ruined city, I think. And then the mist on plains should be the 1 defense star, since that would make more sense of a hiding spot on plains. I think those tiles are just backwards. We do have a battlecopter, tank, and infantry. As he started to deploy out temporary airport, because he can. Drops a capture there, very nice. Spike does get from the temporary airport as well. Got artillery, mech, and battlecopter. Artillery tells take out that unit there. Mira's at 22 NG. Infantry and rocket. We got the rockets. We're on game. Is that infantry even going to be picked back up, or will it just remain there? Probably to remain there forever. It's actually a pretty good way to keep it occupied, since a T-copter will require both tiles to be open, because the T-copter cannot offload from a C-tile. Keeping it straight there is also just make a guarantee that your opponent can't capture it for themselves. So there's some utility keeping the infantry there either way. Plus, it's only 1,500 value there. Not a big loss though of leaving it behind. Recon does go down there. Hits infantry units well. Mira's at 40 energy. Very likely she will get our seal power deployed next turn. Good hits down south. Hits the anti-air as well. Made a lot of losses there. Goes up to 49 energy. Managed to knock out a good number of those units. An excellent turn there by Will. Battlecopter, recon, and anti-air. Pops a superpower. I wonder if the T-copter can reach the city. Looks like it can't. Nope, the T-copter cannot drop the unit off the city, so it looks like Mira will have access to these cities. Unless the T-copter can simply get in the way. Actually, parking the T-copter there could block it from this one from getting over here. Hits the radar station twice. Does not block it. Does get trapped there by the radar station. So Mira will be able to land the infantry unit there onto the properties. Gray will be unable to. Let's get a shot there from the radar station. Single infantry unit can also pitch in next turn. Rocket tank here. Mira's at 5 energy at the moment. Battlecopter does finish off that unit. Artillery, bike, and battlecopter. T-copter heading down south. Saw the T-copter making his way up there. So knows he cannot land there anymore. A battlecopter has to go over there and clean it up. Clean it out. Who has a good number of battlecopters here right now. 3 battlecopters center. 1 on the temporary airport. Or the not so temporary airport. Medium tank. Infantry tanks heading over here. Right now, Mira has 24,000 income, Will's at 22. Big difference is the couple cities that Mira has captured in the center on Will's side of the map. Will does flip that city there. Catch a couple more cities as well. Of course, it is in range of a rocket. Battlecopter, tank, and mech. Strikes infantry down south. Do have some battlecopters nearby, as was an anti-air, but looks like they're going to be out of range. Another rocket and mech. Recon gets a nice pass there. Will does push his tank down south. Gets some good hits there with the battlecopters. Takes out the unit on top of the radar station. Hits the artillery. Will does have access to his superpower next turn, which could help him range his opponent. He did see the artillery and a bunch of tanks. He does not see the rocket. It was on top of some ruins. Does strike the recon there. Takes out the T-copter up north. Mira starting to pull back out of this area now. Right now, Will could go for a battleship if he had enough money. The battleship would provide him some excellent fire support. Anti-air tank. Pops the superpower. Mech gets a good strike there. Tank hits tank. Medium tank hits tank. Anti-air hits tank. Tank hits bike. Bike hits bike. Does get next to the anti-tank there, in range with the medium tank. Medium tank does strike tank. Tank hits artillery. Bike hits, or battlecopter hits artillery. If unit hits a tank, hits the recon. Looks like the anti-tank is just going to be left unscathed, though it is in range of an artillery piece. Not a good idea for that anti-tank hits the medium tank either way. Anti-air duster and mech. Mira pop her own power. Mech battlecopter with two T-copters nearby. Pulls back the one tank there, does do some joins. Gets the unit there. Rocket does the medium tank, gets knocked out by battlecopter. Insert for 162,000, Will starts for 131. Medium tank straight forward, which is actually getting low on fuel. Battlecopters do take out the battlecopter. Battlecopter hits battlecopter. Infantry hits infantry. And we'll be able to capture some good known properties over there. Anti-air puts good around in the battlecopter. hits one of the rockets, finds the other. And there's no way for him to really reach this rocket right now. He will have to clear out this anti-tank to get through the battlecopter to hit the rocket. Battlecopter recon tank. This rocket is starting to run low on ammo, down to 2 ammo. It's a battlecopter there. A lot of good picks. Mira pops another power. Takes another battlecopter there. Tank gets tank. Tank, and Duster. And start 135,000. Will has 88. Hits the rocket there. Takes out the rocket there with another 1 health tank. Takes the recon. Units are going down the center. Let's pull back the tank here. 21 fuel. Will's largely pulling back from the center of the map. Medium tank, and something got deleted, I believe. Tanks go down. Does spot the Duster there. Gets a good round into the Duster. Meteor mech. It's the infantry unit there. It's the anti-air. Duster falls back. Could take its time to try to clean up the infantry unit up here, but probably it's too wounded for that. That was the unit that got deleted. I wasn't paying attention where exactly got deleted. Right now my nose is just starting to run. Battlecopter gets a good shot there. That's a good tank there. Artillery units take a good hit there. A rocket in the center. On top of the city. Battleship deployed about Mira. Well, right now it's at 26,000 income, but it's down 164 versus 109, so he's down pretty behind in Valley on the field, even though he has a higher income. There's a regular tank there. Another Duster, tank, and mech. Gotta get some good spotting. Pops another superpower there. Good strikes there. Does put it around that battlecopter. And I think Will is starting to get steamrolled at the moment. Anti-air artillery, insert 161, Will has 83. He is really far behind. Duster gets trapped. 1 health Duster wasn't really matter all too much. Battleship is still in the region, and also eventually won. And Will does go ahead and resign there. This and grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.